What's going on, guys? This is Ryan with the Outpost, and one thing in gaming that gets nearly universal praise is whenever a games journalist is made to look like an absolute idiot. And that's exactly the case and exactly what happened when it comes to Respawn and Polygon. But a lot of games journalists are mad now because they gotta stick together and stand up to toxic companies, and especially against those dirty, toxic gamers. Because that's how it is. Games journalists despise the actual people who play video games. So when they make mistakes, when they get called out, that's all that they can think about is that they are going to be held accountable by the people who actually play these games. Now, Respawn is having quite a moment here with Titanfall 2 and a new feature in Apex Legends. Now, Apex Legends is launching their Arenas mode. With that coincided a new character reveal, a big sale for Titanfall 2 on Steam, and in fact, it's worked out pretty well because they have hit a record player count on Steam. Mark the Cyborg, member of Geeks and Gamers, he showed this, he shared this in a group chat earlier, that Titanfall 2 hit a new peak player count, 17,000 people playing on Steam. So pretty impressive for them, an all-time record on Steam in the lead up to this big Apex Legends moment, and of course a sale was helping out. But Respawn were the ones who were facing this criticism over something involving Titanfall 2 lore. Respawn Entertainment faces criticism for correcting Polygon article discussing Titanfall 2 lore in Apex Legends. A tweet from Respawn Entertainment correcting Polygon on their Titanfall 2 lore in an article discussing the newest Apex Legends hero, Valkyrie, has sparked backlash from critics on social media who found the developer's tone to be, quote, inappropriate. On April 19th, Respawn introduced Apex Legends' newest character, Valkyrie, with the release of the latest entry in stores from Outland series of animated shorts, North Star. A Titan pilot seeking to enter the Apex games, Valkyrie holds the most direct connection to the events of Respawn Entertainment's preceding Titanfall series, whose events take place in the same setting. Real name, Kari Imahara, Valkyrie is revealed to be the daughter of Titanfall 2 antagonist Viper, who had spent her entire life attempting to come to terms with her father's death at the hands of the game's protagonist. So spoiler alert here, spoiler alert, it's a pretty old game, but just so you know, who tried to come to terms with their father's death at the hands of the game's protagonist, Jack Cooper, following a climactic boss battle aboard the IMS Draconis transport ship. Despite being one of the major moments of Titanfall 2, even resulting in players being awarded the Defanged achievement, the events of Viper's death eluded Polygon, whose coverage of Valkyrie's announcement claimed the cause of her father's death was unknown. Here's the quote from the article. As we find out, her father was once the pilot of a North Star-class Titan, but died, possibly in the Apex games himself. Whatever the cause of death, Valkyrie blames Titanfall 2 antagonist Kuben Blisk, who knew Valkyrie and her father when she was a child, known as Viper. Well, of course, that was completely wrong, and if they had played the game, they probably would have known that. However, Respawn decided to go and help them out, right? Go and help Polygon out under this tweet because they got pointed out, hey, this is very wrong. We suggest you check your sources. Here's a great place to start, and then shares the link on Steam. Keep in mind, this is a few days ago. Seems to have worked out pretty well for Respawn, hitting a record high on Steam. So they're saying, Respawn is saying, maybe check your sources or try playing the game. They absolutely ratioed Polygon into the dirt for this. Look at all those likes compared to Polygon. But the game's journalists weren't happy about this. About Respawn coming in and basically saying, you don't know what you're fucking talking about. This article is incorrect. Despite being completely in the right to correct Polygon, Respawn soon found themselves facing backlash on social media as a number of users, particularly journalists, responded to the developer by criticizing the tone of their tweet, making excuses for Goslin's poor reporting, and as always, invoking Gamergate. You have Lee Harrison. This is not how you issue corrections to the media. Whoever signed off on this should know this, and they did it anyway. Unprofessional in any setting, unforgivable, and potentially dangerous in the cesspit of games discourse. Let's see, Maki Scaro, so from Science Comic. Yeah, that'll show them. Gotta make sure those incel chuds buy your games too. By correcting, literally, by correcting their mistake, you're saying they're appealing to the incels that hate games journalists? First of all, you should want everyone to buy your game. You should want every single person to buy your game, regardless of what they believe, regardless of anything. But that's not how games journalists think. That's not how games journalists and these blue checkmark cucks think. Travis Hyman, young folks games writer. If you're a brand manager and a part of your social media strategy is CDPR style shit like this, your games have gone way to hell on my priority list. What else does he say? Just like tweet GG shit if you're gonna be like this. Be goddamn honest at least. These people are such fucking cucks. In defense of Polygon, Twitter user Run Dalton pushed back. Sometimes writers have to write about news items that relate to games they didn't play. You can't expect a writer to know every single thing about every single game. No, but you would expect they do like a Wikipedia search or a Google search or something. Maybe that's the least that we can consider like appropriate. Also, it's a story about a fictional character and plot, not as important as an in real life event or topic. It's an article about games. You're talking about video games. No one expects it that it's real, but they do expect you to be accurate. You fucking idiot. And then, of course, you have Polygon editor-in-chief and co-founder Chris Plant. I'd hoped that official developer accounts negging people because they don't know every piece of video game lore would die out post-Gamergate, but I'm not surprised we still see this shit. These people are pussies. At the end of the day, you got it wrong. At the end of the day, you were inaccurate. You got corrected in a funny little way by Respawn. You fixed the article. It all got taken care of. But these games journalists will continue to whine and bitch and complain because they are the ones that got it wrong. Shout out to Respawn for responding like this and wrecking Polygon and the trash games journalists. And shout out for it paying off because now more people than ever are playing Titanfall 2 on Steam and people are really excited for the new mode in Apex Legends. Let me know what you think about all this in the comments below. Smash a like button, subscribe to the channel, ring the bell for notifications, share this video out there, and I'll talk to you later. Thanks for watching, everyone, and a huge shout out to my patrons. I appreciate you guys so much. Want to follow me on Twitter or Instagram? Check out the description below. You'll find links to my P.O. box and my Patreon as well. I'll talk to you guys later.